Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Shalom. Today na Sunday number 5 day for this month of February 2023. My name na Capo Daniel. I am the Deputy Defense Chief and the Anti-Kidnapping Czar of the Ambazonian Defense Forces, the ADF, and the spokesperson of the Ambazonian Governing Council, the Egg of Sea, aka Sense Pass King. Una own countryman, Ambazonian FBI. Una welcome to another episode of our podcast, a program where we bring una the truth, meaningful information, fact-based analysis for help we as we waka for this journey to our freedom, the independence of Ambazonia. Good people of Ambazonia, we start today with outrage where the rage through the entire Ambazonia from images of burned commercial vehicles transporting commercial goods from Nigeria into Ambazonia through the Bamesing area, through the Ndop Road that have been blocked for close to 2 months now by the forces of General Sagon, a force that have paid allegiance to Sako Ikome, the disgraced IG leader who had been fired for embezzlement and have brought the scandal of my trip to Boya into the Ambazonian liberation movement and introduced lies telling and have become an eyesore to the people of Ambazonia. General Sagon and Talk and Do in the great state of Bui are the two remaining forces that still pay allegiance to Sako Ikome. Whether he actually have command and control over them is another story, but we go by their public declaration that they are ARF under Sako Ikome. So for the past close to 2 months now, fellow Ambazonian, the forces of General Saigon have blocked the road into Ndop. This road blockage, it then leads to a lot of hardship to the Ambazonian population, with far-reaching consequences, because now a main supply route to our main market and the populated area for Ambazonia. For the past 2 months, we done to work very hard on the background for convince the forces of General Sagon made they open that road. They don't deny all attempt, and the issue don't reach for the climax. So they don't burn commercial vehicles with products and will be designated to Bamenda main market. As we talk, there are forces who are amassing themselves, getting ready to go and attack General Sagon. It will be last week, the camp of General Sagon, one of their safe houses, it will then be attacked by some other Ambazonian group. And now with this issue where they don't go burn motor them, it don't even give more validation and strong moral authority for other forces them for join in. And as I talk for now, they gather themselves now for go attack General Sagon. So this amber to amber, not only La Republic it win. We know if it enter for inside Panther within ourselves, but we need to collaborate and avoid any offensive actions against each other. Fellow Ambazonians, we don't reach a stage where the whole Ambazonian, they don't wake up with one voice, they don't talk to me General Sagon, he open the road for Ndop. This one are the right thing for do. How did we reach to this point? This one are the thing we want make Ambazonia them understand, because it be very, very crucial. Soldier they gather for go fight General Saigon. Soldier the way they be done, they try for fight it for a long time. One the way they be one trying for take gun the way he showed the barracks and get them. All kind agenda them now that they want use advantage for this situation. So you don't go block road now for take them for attack. The main purpose for attack General Sagon no be because they don't block road. Soldier they be the fight for take gun them for long time. They be the fight for disarm that camp. They be the fight for take that camp under them. Now the main problem that will get them for Ambazonia. And today, we sheepishly did endorse the attack of another Ambazonian camp, even when they be under attack from the enemy. Yes, General Sagon, he don't do wrong for block road. Now a wrong strategy, but the solution no be for go fight each other. Today, we hear people that they talk say General Sagon he be wrong. Today, we get people the way they don't understand the dynamic on the ground. They ask and they demand say yes, make people another soldier they enter for they go fight General Sagon. Even foolish man in know say if two brother they fight, the person wey go can take their inheritance na a stranger. That one you no need common sense for no. As we would fight each other, na La Republic it win. The thing where General Sagon they do for block road to punish our people them. No be today. Today would they blame Sako, say na the Sako a group then that na the things this way they do But make we not forget Ambazonia. For the reason why we would always talk say we must be fair minded, because they talk say those who come for equity must come with clean hand. We must be honest with ourselves. We must not lose the moral high ground. If you be papa for house, when your one pikin he do some wrong thing, you know halai, you know correct ye. The next time the other one, another pikin he do the same thing, you go correct that pikin, he no go ever walk. Because that pikin go know say you get pacha, you dey treat one differently, you dey treat the other one differently. So you go make it worse, and that pikin go hate you, he go hate the brother, and there go be confusion in the house. This is exactly what is happening in Ambazonia. We have a lot of people who are not behaving fairly or treating things fairly. You cannot be asking for freedom, for fairness and justice, yet you behave the opposite. Make Ambazonians then remember, say all them way they come out today for talk say General Sagon, it be wrong. Say General Sagon is supposed to open the road. He's not supposed to give excesses against our people, including Chris Ano way don't come out talking for TV. Make him know say time way he be they give excess lockdown for Ambazonia people, it be wrong, and it be they give inappropriate treatment where they suffer our people as well. If he no be able to recognize that, then how it will be able to recognize them when it concern other people? Make Ambazonia they understand. Say the time where General Ayeke, it become born villages them, Kokot villages, carry people them, elderly people, here and General Diamond then go to for forest. If you no be able to condemn and say it be a wrong thing at that moment, just because you feel say it be of your side or for your group, then you don't lose that moral authority. Now you be responsible for the confusion for ground zero, where today General Sagon will be a big reasonable soldier. It don't become the way to way they do for our people. If for the time where General Lucifer, remember General Lucifer also, for inside the Atlantic state, it catch people them just because say then lock goes down, then lock they not obey goes down. They should shoot people them for their food them. If at that time you be she don't quiet, you be feel say it be normal, because say you be for the IG group, because now restoration forces, then you don't lose the moral ground for condemn General Sagon. I go play the video where we passed for 2 years ago with General Lucifer, where to be under Sako. If they do all these things, at that time Chris Ano will be a secretary, a spokesperson. Wanna listen?
Also, I wait to happen with inside General Lucifer era for people who respect ghost town. I wait to do the take place now. That is see him. So wait till people they carry talk about it, you know, a lie. I wait to talk about General Lucifer, I mean, a lie for era. I put in respect ghost town and this and the sample this and I did take place so. For date today, Friday. You know that we walk today date Friday 23. Today date Thursday 23. For General Lucifer era, now it nice and so now this will take place so by Panya 7 o'clock. Now this year. I wait till it happen. Oh man, don't stand now. Wait till it happen. So we don't talk tomorrow. Say we don't talk tomorrow. General Lucifer need to work fine for the era. Now see I'm.
So una the hear na General Lucifer that for the video, I'll circulate them again. He don't put 4 people the way he don't put them for down. Shoot their foot them, we gun them. Blood it flow for day. If at that time, because it be been of your group, it be been a restoration force for IG, you will see say it be normal, you should don't quiet. Today, you no get no moral authority for condemn General Sagon. Now the chicken that as American they call him, he don't come back home for roast. If una be see how way the field marshal Oliver Leke, it be whole testimony for tigers of Ambazonia. The tigers where they be there for Manu. He hold them, kill them, 9 of them with pistol, throw their body over water. If una be hear those news, una no be verify am, una no be check am, una be feel say e be normal. Why today una go dey condemn General Sagon? Una be na the product for General Sagon. I go also send picture for Bui. Una see how the whole 7 soldiers them for inside Bui. Time where they be big Bui warriors, then kill them or sleep their body for ground. Just say they suspect say they join, they work with ADF. They enter for house, move woman, bring them for road, execute them. Because that woman, it disobey ghost town. Execution. When I be here time where they shoot people, where they go for Manfe Road, inside motor, open fire for boss. Key people say they want force lockdown. Say that Chris Ano will declare lockdown. When I see them for Atlantic State, how they shoot people then also for Manfe Road. Just say they want violate lockdown. Inappropriate use of force. If time where Eric Tato it be talk, say me then hold people then cut their hand, cut their foot them. Even woman wey carry pikin for hand, they move hand cut them. If that time you no be deny, you no be feel say it be wrong. Why today you go feel say wait General Sagon it do am it be wrong? When you no be fair, when you no fit judge your own pikin properly, you dey do pasha within your family. That family no go ever be able to grow. They no go ever be love. When female shall no pity, e go enter for Oko, it be born villages them. It be born market. People they cry. If you be Siam, you no be able for talk say it be wrong. Wait to make am now you feel say you be able for talk say General Sagon it be wrong. If wait to be wrong or right, depend for you now on the side where you did it, then your house it no go ever stand. Fellow Ambazonians, it don't be more than 3 years old. They insist for our people. So we must walk by principle. And we'll be very happy today. Say all man it don't see the light. For come together for condemn a bad action where somebody they take them. If something it be wrong, it be wrong. We must be able for hold everybody to account. Because when we pick and choose who will hold them for account, then we will get chaos, we will get kidnapping for ransom, we will get people the way they do things the way they make sense, and we will take away our right for bring order for ground zero. That is why we must be fair when we are looking for equity. We must be just when we are looking for justice. If the time where Grandpa for Bali, he blocked the road for Bali for extended period, if that time you know if he stand talk say it be wrong, say if we use different strategy them, wait you go make you feel say now you get the moral authority for talk say General Sagon it be wrong. The point why they make them now say when you no be fair, you no fit just fairly, and your judgment you no be honest, you no be truthful, you the talk thing depend on your own side, depend on if na for your side their group they do am or not, then you create a situation where you no go be effective, there go be chaos, there go be hatred, and all the result when I see for Ambazonia today now as a result of people the way they no be fair, they no be just, they no be honest. The good news now say it don't take with 3 years forget for this situation. We saw people then fit condemn something will be wrong, even when it be done by somebody way carry gun. If we dey for society we will not fit judge, will not fit make opinion, will not fit condemn thing where people they then carry gun they do them, then we are in deep trouble. Today it be happy so we hear our soldier they talk about this subject.
You have to attack civilian. You know sense in a challenge for your own side. You don't sense your power around 4 no. Inside a struggle, we know you get 70%, but now you're going to 4%. And sometimes after tomorrow, your person come for 0, and you will know where you stand. All civilians are against you. So if you see like say you want to destroy this struggle, my man, back fine, because we're not there for destroy civilian. So if you say and say you want to destroy civilian are weak civilian help you because you want pass on president and say stop, you're not there for fine. But now inside the civilian you destroy them. That means you want to destroy the struggle. So you say you want to tell the struggle, probably could release the struggle because we did out for fight the struggle, and now because of civilian we fight. So you couldn't fight the civilian. That means you want to fight the struggle. You born motor make with your life.
So we don't come for understand say prolong lockdown them when we condemn them, it no be bina because in our group everything will be wrong, it be wrong. Everything will be right, it be right. It no matter the group. Ambazonian soldier them they need to get this one now very clearly. We hope say this the occasion it go down establish for our mind the protocol them way the Ambazonian Defense Forces then they insist for our code of conduct. Say no matter what will happen, we must put our civilians first. We must put their interests and their survival first. We get for discipline, we need to play the vanguard role as well for make sure say the law them for the land and be obeyed. But we must do so using force proportionately. We use force only when it is necessary and it is justified. Deadly force against our innocent civilians is counterproductive. Kidnapping for ransom is counterproductive. Blaming another group for things that they have not done is counterproductive. Covering up crimes because it is your own group is counterproductive. You may think that when you blame other people, La Republic will help you with a propaganda machine because their job is to increase infighting and the division amongst us. When you do that, you are not gaining anything. You are destroying the whole liberation movement. Today, I feel assure Ambazonians them from the intelligence get them gather when evidence them way to go on for the intention for way to go on for ground zero. The main motivation for soldiers the way they want go attack General Sagon today, now because of the gun the way get them, they want go take them for ye. The same as they ran do one for other soldiers the way they different up. The same as they ran try for go take the big gun the way General Bush Rambo, the Ambazonian Defense Forces way get them for Oko. Now the same thing where they ran try for disarm soldiers them for Insabui. All across Ambazonia, they do the same thing them. Now the same thing where they do one for our soldiers them for Fako. Our soldiers them for Fako, they don't wake up, say they want to protect the interest for Sansan boy them. Other soldiers then come for they can attack them, disarm the attempt for disarm them and for disband them. Till today as we talk, we must be fair, we must be balanced. Make all man is stand for the common interest. When they say independence means independence, it means we fight for the right of our people them for be able to do commerce in a way we go benefit in our country. We fight for our Sansan boy them, make them be able to exploit the resources them way they for their territory. We fight say make our market people them then sell in a fair way. We go protect them. We fight so that make we educate our own children. The content of independence is as important as the word independence. Where to be the need for you for talk so you fight for freedom or you fight for Ambazonia, where your action them it be na against Ambazonia, it be na against our own people them. If you fight for justice, you promote corruption, you promote people the way they be corrupt. You don't give a blind eye to corruption when they are own person. Wait to go give you the moral authority for condemn the corruption for an outsider. If you fight, say Pobia na an illegal government for inside Ambazonia, wait to be your own authority when you yourself you force an illegal government upon Ambazonia. A government will no vote them. The same time we talk say we no one colonial mayor and elected senator them. But we will create our own senators, we will create our own president. Is this one not a mockery to ourselves? That what we are refusing against La Republic is what we want to impose on our own people. If today all man be able for see General Sagon it be wrong, simply because na Sako a group, as Sako dan be isolated, all man that abandon all forces that are abandoned, so the Ficina say it be wrong. Make them know say na a condemnation for them own self. You are not right or wrong depending on the group where you belong. You are right or wrong because what you are doing, the content of your conduct is right or wrong. Those who come to justice, those who come for equity, must come with clean hand. Only the light is able to drive away darkness effectively. Ambazonian must be just, we must be fair, we must encourage critical thinker. Some of us didn't be almost stoned to death because we were bold enough to stand and speak the truth. Today we are happy that for after 3 years, Ambazonians have come around and the nationalist spirit in Ambazonia must rule and must dominate because we are fighting for our nation, we are fighting for independence. The hypocrisy of people fighting for Ambazonia, singing Ambazonian national anthem, flying Ambazonian flag, but yet insisting on calling our country Southern Cameroon, while rejecting the Southern Cameroon flag, rejecting the Southern Cameroon anthem. If you are a nationalist, be a nationalist. Abandon tribalism. If you want to be distinct from Nigeria and Cameroon, abandon what makes you similar to them. Follow the nationalist spirit. Encourage collaboration. Recognize each other for you to be recognized. Respect each other for you to be respected. Stand for the truth to be established. As they talk for quarter for our own country, pussy ne the born dog. If you want freedom, if you want democracy, if you want recognition, if you want rights, today behave and demand for Ambazonia with the way you go expect for Ambazonia tomorrow. Capo Daniel signing off.